Today is July 30th, and the Yankees played like 15 innings, so we're going to talk about it. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks. Doesn't seem to be coming out the right place.
Nope.
Got it.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Talkin' Yanks with old Jomboy Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Yanks. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. We are coming to you live from the Roosevelt studio. That's rsvlts.com/Jomboy Studios. And the Yankees are currently still in rain delay. We're just banking on them wising up and not trying to finish the game and canceling it because the Orioles don't care. The Yankees don't care. Give the Yankees the win and get out of there. Send them back to the Bronx. Send them to the Roosevelt Studios. No, keep them away from us. We don't want to get them sick. Jake, how are you doing?
James, producer BBD, doing well. Hoping they do the right thing and cancel this game. Otherwise, we might have a timeout during this live broadcast for the Patreons. Go check out Patreon. We might even have some new ones. Yeah, man, I was joking with producer BBD. I said I started it as a joke. Like, I think both teams would shake hands and go their separate ways. But if it was literally the front office, like the Orioles are trying to still get a good draft pick. Like, they would much rather have the number 1 pick than the 3 pick this year. So I think both teams would be fine with calling it. I hope we get that news mid-show. We'll probably celebrate it. Currently in rain delay. I don't think have we done this tango before?
I think we have.
Once or twice?
Yeah, I think we have before because I don't want to sit here and wait. It's pouring there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's just dumb. And I could play some actual, like, player safety stuff hanging out in the locker room, blah, blah, blah. I won't. Just cancel the game because it's raining. Yankees win. Still weird times. How are you?
I'm tired.
What's up?
BBD, are these new Patreons on the sheet?
I have not updated.
Okay, never mind. We'll do that later. Bubak had a child, so I want to congratulate him
Bubak,
right away.
Super
fan. Congrats on the birth of your child.
Baby Jake.
No, they didn't name it that.
Maybe.
I actually don't know. Anyway, Jake, it feels like the Yankees haven't played baseball yet. It feels like, I know that, they were going to be 4-1 if this holds and they just call the game.
Right.
Which is a really good record, comparatively. But, we had 2 games. We had 2 games canceled. We've had 2 games rained out.
We've had complete.
We had 3 9-inning games.
Yeah.
1 was a slogfest loss.
Yeah.
1 was a nice comeback that we watched here last Sunday.
Yeah.
And 1 was the first game of this Orioles set, which was, we'll get to it, but rather boring. So I feel like we haven't had like a series where there's 3 straight games in a row yet. It just feels like the season hasn't fully started for me yet. It's bugging me out.
I'm trying to think. I mean, last night, and we'll talk about it more in a second, but the first Orioles game was honestly boring. I mean, Cole shoved, the Orioles stink. Like, everyone knew that result before it happened. It was almost hard to focus at times. I just want the sweet lullabies of the Yes Crew, Michael K. Because the Saturday game, which is the game they got blown out. Tough grammar today, Jake. That wasn't on Yes. So I haven't had like a normal. Give me back-to-back games on the Yes Network that are competitive and fun baseball games. It's going to be August, and I'm not going to have had that, and that's weird.
And they haven't played at the stadium yet, yeah.
That's never happened in my adult life.
Child life either, probably.
I mean, when was Yes Network? I mean, you do some math
2002.
there. So before that, 2002, I'm watching on MSG, Al Troutwig. Ooh.
Wig made out of trouts.
Thanks for listening, Al.
Fish head.
He's got an interesting career. He still does some giant stuff. Like, he's always at the Olympics and stuff. Anyways, enough Al Troutwig.
So we can definitely talk about the first game. You can burn it. We can do some talking and stuff like that. Is there anything we have to clear up before we get to that?
So if you're just coming in totally blind, if you're a, series recap person only, you're a little folkish because you should be listening to Sharp Stats and the voicemail episode because they are fire emoji. What was the question?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I lost myself either. No, we started talking about what we missed. The Phillies series got canceled.
Oh
so
yeah,
because
the Marlins have 17 of their players tested
so we
positive.
missed 2 days.
They played the Phillies in Philly, so then the Phillies were contaminated. So
they rescheduled for a Philly series next week, and now that might be canceled because they're getting sick again. Times are crazy. COVID's nuts. The MLB literally just passed a rule for 7-inning doubleheaders.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you're getting mad about, don't.
There's going to be so many doubleheaders because they have to do this, and there was only 6 off days in 60 games. So if that eases the players' mind, if that keeps this season alive, whatever. I'm at that point. Just keep the season alive. They're trying to expand it. They're trying to keep the 30-man roster for longer because of all these testing positives and stuff like that. That's what we heard. I don't know if the league's going to do it, but they're doing things on the fly.
Yeah, and
the game's back on. Are these guys? Is Corby messing with us?
I got a weird notification saying lasagna's in, but Marley Rivera had a tweet a minute ago saying it's still raining. We know nothing.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So Sean Corby, friend of the show, former videographer and bouncer at our live event in Tampa.
Yeah.
So thanks for the scare, Corby.
Did not recently have a baby.
Oh, I didn't do my rain delay challenge, and I missed the last one, Shane, because this season's been nuts. So here's the deal. Keep buckling in. Hopefully we can get on a path for routine baseball. If we can't, deal with that when we get there. I guess the Yankees are still winning. We should be. Imagine if they weren't, how miserable we'd be right now. No real games and, losses.
Yeah, it's nice that they're winning.
Yeah.
Some people look good. Some people look bad. The lineup's been fun. They're so healthy, but now we can't play games.
Is the good Lord messing with us, James?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yankees, my haircut.
Yeah, they got 3 games set against Boston coming up. That'll be fun. Because Boston's been healthy. They haven't had any scares. Knock on all the wood.
Their pitching sucks. It's Boston at the stadium. Home opener in theory. God, this weekend can be so awesome. And I'm fingers crossed for it, too. And you should be as well.
I need you to burn game 1 because I'm very tired.
Let's get into it.
And I need you to lift me up. Lift me up. Show me the sky.
Ooh.
Hold me high. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Reunited with old friends as we head to Philly. Strike that, reverse it. We're going to head down I-95 to see the Orioles for a quick COVID 2-gamer in Camden. Garrett Cole getting his second start for the Yanks versus Adrian Wojciechowski. God bless you for the Birds. And welcome back. DJ LeMahieu with the solo shot to lead off the game. 4-hit day for the machine. The always reliable Ford hits a sac fly. O's plate one early. It's 2-1 after 1. So, hey, Cole would get nasty. And so would the Yanks offense. The Judge orders a home run, his first of the year. Hicksy, baby, one more time. 2-run shots. The Aarons are having fun, Jim. Couple home runs there. It's 5-1 after 3. Top 6. Where my singles at? RBI singles for DJ and Judge. Okay, back off, singles. They're taken. Just like Michael Scott, Garrett's day at the office ends with a mistake to Dwight. Smith Jr. homer leaves the final line at 6.2 innings, 3 earned runs, and 7 Ks. Some pad the stat runs in the 9th. Cole to Avalon. To the Goose. To the MLB debut of Brooks Kriske. Yanks win 9-3.
Nice. Can you give me that office line again?
That was just like Michael Scott. Garrett's day at the office ends with a mistake to Dwight.
Just like Michael Scott.
It's not 100%. It's like 95, though.
Nice. I like it.
this series didn't deserve my best brain.
Dwight from The Office.
Right.
I get it.
I'm just saying I could have phrased it probably a little better, but that line came out good enough where it was
You're
like,
good.
all right, on to the next one.
You're good. This game, we said this on the pregame show, and some people agreed with us. So I related this game to when you're reading a book and you get to the end of the page and you're like, oh my God, I didn't absorb any of that information. That's what the back end of this game. After they hit the home runs and after Cole just started mowing them down 14 in a row, I watched Brooks Krischke's debut. I watched every pitch on 2 different screens.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it.
It's been this weird mix of Garrett Cole not being at his best, so it's almost not impressive, but he's still so good that the innings fly by. Like, you're never sitting there saying, oh, Garrett's in trouble. Oh, second and third, 1 out. What's going to happen here? No. Like, there's a hit and a walk here and there, but that's kind of it.
It's reminiscent of 2017 first half, 2018 Severino, where we say he goes into bully mode, and it's kind of like, all right, tap me back in when the Yanks are hitting.
But it's funny because we haven't even seen his bully mode yet.
No,
he's
he
been
hasn't had his
good.
A+ stuff.
He hasn't been sharp. We started seeing signs of the curveball, and I think there was some crazy stat that it was like 39 of his first 47 pitches were fastballs or something. So I think he was looking at the Orioles almost like they were a little bit of a tune-up game. And then he started finding his curveball a little bit, and you started to see the unfair curveball. Like, it's coming in, it looks like a 96-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle, and it bounces on the plate. And it's literally impossible to have the reaction time of a hitter with 2 strikes and not swing at it. So we got a glimpse, but yeah, man. I mean, we normally say like there's a boring inning out of the bullpen, like Chad Green comes in, throws 11 pitches. We're like, that was boring. Garrett Cole does that on his meh days.
But when you're watching the pitches, that's fun.
Yes, and so we had a couple of those. And again, like, you know, if someone is tuning in to this Yankees podcast for the first time, they would call us spoiled brats for everything we just said. So try to appreciate it more, and I think, you know, the next Garrett Cole start, hopefully we can appreciate that a little bit more, and we will as we go. But, yeah, I mean, the game was never in doubt. Like, the Orioles scored 1 in the first after the Yankees put up the 2 spot. It was never like, okay, buckle up, let's watch this one. It was, no, how are the Yankees going to pull ahead and win? And they did.
But we got to see Avalon. Can you play the soundbite? Do you still have it?
And now I think I'll travel on to Avalon.
Your brain saw Avalon pitch almost the same amount as Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Oh, sorry.
I looked at the box score, and it was 0.1. He got 1 out. I swore he pitched for 2 innings.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly would have bet you, like,
It was genuine.
hey, did he appear in 2 innings? I would have said yes. He faced 2 batters.
Yeah. The other story that was before this game, because we were waiting on the lineups, we were trying to predict and feel it out. Mike Ford. Fordy gets the start over Voit. We looked into the numbers a little bit. Wojciechowski for the Orioles, who started. Lefties have a much higher OPS against him. Mike Ford is lefty. They were probably looking for him to get a start at some point. This seemed like a fit. If you're Voit, you're mad. You want to play the Orioles and pad your stats, and like he did tonight. So Ford doesn't do much up there. He did draw a walk, which we perfectly predicted in the pregame show. Guys, go check out the pregame show.
We didn't predict a walk.
We locked up a
We
walk.
guaranteed it.
Yeah, we locked.
That wasn't a prediction.
No.
It was a
lock.
It was a let you know this will happen.
Yeah. Get ready for this.
Yeah.
So that was fun. The pregame shows have been a lot of fun. Check them out on YouTube, Periscope, or wherever podcast apps are played. What else do we need from this? LeMahieu has 4 hits. He's back to being a sicko.
Yeah, leadoff home run and then 4 hits. And I think his comment was like, yeah, I started off with the home run, so I just felt good the rest of the game.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Easy peasy.
That'll do it. I've never done that. Maybe that's what I did wrong with baseball.
You always started with just
praying for a walk. Praying for a walk, yeah.
No, it felt weird to give Ford the at-bat. But, you know, we saw Andujar in left field, which makes a little more sense. But they're going to give at-bats and spread it out, and Voit comes back and does some cool in game 2, which we'll get to eventually. But you knew the plan was going to be Cole to slop.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. The only interesting thing about Cole was he gassed out quick. Like, he went from shutting down 14 guys in a row to, okay, here's some bombs and some hard hits.
Yes, I think it was interesting because we've seen nothing but blunt honesty from Garrett Cole, and they asked him that after the game, and he said no. Like, I felt great. My stuff was still there. They just hit it. Like, sometimes the hitters get it. So, and you wonder if that is just his mindset, if he has to tell himself he's always at his best. I'd like to think from what we've seen from Garrett Cole that he'd be honest, like, yeah, you know, maybe I didn't have a little zip at the end, but that also doesn't seem like something he'd say. So, I don't know. You could go either way with that.
Yeah.
Jim, the other story, which, I mean, we're probably going to talk about later, but in that game, Gardy, Golden Sombrero, Gary, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts.
Bad.
Not good. Not good.
And they both look nowhere close.
Gardy's swings and misses were like, oh.
I don't want to downplay it because Gary's were bad as well, but Gardy, because you've seen Gary do this.
Yeah.
You've seen Gary go into a 4-game slide where it's like, whoa. I don't know if we've ever seen Gardner look this atrocious.
I will say this. So they look awful.
Because Gardy can be bad result-wise and still give you like a hell of an at-bat a lot of times. He doesn't usually look, foul pitch is off, or it's a call, you know. He just looks bad.
Yeah, and
the swing looks
I think
messed up.
Some people critique us for not getting into Gardy and Gary enough. Right now they're playing bad.
The season hasn't even started.
Someone
said that.
Someone did tweet out, I forget if it was Boland or another beat reporter. I'll see if I can find it. But Gardy has gotten off to a slow start, I think, the past 4 seasons or so. I'll see if I can find it. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the only other story I can sink my teeth into and find, because that's about it. Brooks Kriske, Major League debut. Good job, Brooks.
Congratulations. Gary looks good behind the plate, catching.
He does. Him and Cole going at it every between inning session.
I saw some people giving like Yes Network crap. Like, stop acting like Cole talking to his catcher in between innings is newsworthy. And to those people, I say, boo. It is. I've never seen a pitcher do, like, you see pitcher have talks with their catcher and the pitching coach in between innings.
Yeah.
They have full-on, like, lectures.
Yeah.
Like, Garrett Cole takes up all of Gary's time.
It's intense.
Did you see him looking at the scouting report as soon as he came out of the game?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, he's that dude different. Is that a phrase? Is that a saying?
I think it's DDD for short.
That dude different. Passing.
But yeah, nice boring win.
Passing.
A nice boring win. Now, what do we do at game 2? They're saying the tarp's coming off. Do we put the show on pause and come back after the game ends? Well, we watched the end of the game. We are now back. We were live on YouTube for the whole end. We are now back to finish the show, Jake.
Yeah.
Game 2, they came back from delay. They played it out. It was exciting. It was fun. Let's just jump right into the burn.
So much happened. Yeah, I guess so.
One.
We got a burn and a half coming.
Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Burn your butt off.
Game 2, John means well as he leads the Birds verse. What's happening? J. Happ makes his triumphant return to the mound. Top 1 G-Unit. This is how we do. RBI single as the big man stays hot. The king has seen you try to replace him, and now you are all in for a grand punishment. King Louis V with the grand salami, first of his career, and it's 5-0 before the Birds even stepped up to the plate. Speaking of Birds, J. Happ would receive a few from Yankees fans. Hanser Alberto goes 2-run homer in the first. Rio Ruiz rips a rope to right. 2-run homer. It's 5-4 Yankees after 2, and Michael Cera head down gift for the Happer. He would settle down before passing the torch to Adam Ottavino, and more importantly, passing it to the gods as the skies opened up in Baltimore and released a storm we've never seen before by this generation or the last. Game's called, we hope, 5-4 final. Strike that, reverse it. Like an Italian holiday, wake up and have some lasagna. Johnny yells out of the pen, looks good. 2 sharp innings, gets a third, and Severino, not our Sevy, Pedro hits a 2-run yacker. It's 6-5-0s in the 9th. Gio walks among the gods. DJ 26 with another hit. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Number 99, you are so divine. Into the Baltimore night sky. The Yanks are on top. And like England when there's a World Cup game on, Britain shuts down the O's. Hap to Otto to Laza to Britain. 8-6 final. Spit in my mouth. Let's go Yanks.
Wow, phenomenal stuff. Oh, more.
It was a firefight.
Like an Italian holiday, you wake up to some lasagna.
Yeah.
That hits home.
Hits home.
That
pretty
hits
hard. Yeah.
pretty damn close
Yeah.
to home. Wow.
There's another piece of lasagna. I'm not going to put it in the fridge.
Yeah. Just eat the lasagna.
Just eat the piece of lasagna.
Great stuff, Jake.
Thank you. I forgot. So I totally forgot about the first half of the burn.
Why would you
Because I
remember
wrote that 2 hours ago. And I forgot how passionate I was about the storm. So that, yeah.
So when you don't practice delivering that,
I write it once.
But like all the different voices,
Yeah.
that's all in your head.
Yes.
And then it comes to just, we hear the first
So,
shot.
I mean, you do see some pauses. Like, I love it when you call me Big Papa for Judge. I mean, that's supposed to be, kind of a powerful moment. And I mean, I lost a little steam, but it was coming off of the storm, so that was hard. But, yeah.
What a game.
Yeah.
What a game. Lasagna comes back out. Lasagna was interesting because his stuff was nasty.
Yeah.
He couldn't harness it. His fastball was great. His four-seam fastball was great from the jump. Yeah. His slider and his two-seam were a mess in that first inning, but he got through it fine. In his second inning, they scrapped the two-seamer. The slider found itself, and he was just lights out.
Me and the chat saw a couple two-seamers. We were talking about that, and thanks to everyone that went live with us. That was pretty awesome. We went live on YouTube. We had a bunch of people with us. And, I mean, so, Jim, I have, despite all the idiocracies, I have a baseball computer in my head that takes in information and it spits out an answer. So when I see Johnny Lasagna with 3 to 4 plus pitches, that's when I go to this starting pitcher dream world because you just don't see dudes like that.
He brought out the changeup after he blew the game, which was very interesting.
Which was interesting, and it's a filthy changeup when it's right. So that's where I punch that into my computer and I say you have to make Johnny Lasagna a starting pitcher. Again, for this year, the 3-inning Johnny Lasagna role, he may crush it this year and really find a niche for himself. So he did a good job. We were wondering why Tommy Kahnle wasn't coming out for the 8th. Aaron Boone, in a mystery, scary quote, says after the game that Tommy Kahnle was not available.
And he said, we'll have more on that tomorrow.
So we'll find out with you guys while you're listening to this.
Is it rude to I say I hope it's not physical and I hope it's
Yes.
health scare?
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's not like Tommy John or a shoulder tendonitis, and I hope it's like he has a cold, so we're being very careful about that.
Okay. This is obviously a sensitive area. With the effects that COVID would have on a perfectly healthy athlete like Tommy, there's a chance that he could get through that really easily. And yes, I mean, Tommy John could set his career back 2 years, things like that. But yeah, I wouldn't, you can't really say it either way. So
My brain went to Tommy John before COVID.
let's hope he's okay.
So this is what happened in my brain.
Let's hope he's okay.
My brain went to Tommy John, and then it went to COVID, and I was like, oh, that would be better.
Let's hope. Honestly, you know what we should hope it is? is that he, like, tripped during the rain delay doing a dance, and they just wanted to take it safe.
He hasn't pitched since Sunday, I don't think.
So, they've only had one game.
Yeah, but they were making a point to say that.
Yeah.
Which was weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
wild finish.
Bit of a wild finish.
So Lasagna loses it, and you're like, why is he still in? And then, like, he really looked good. It was weird that he gave the home run, but I don't know. With Canely out, was Chad available? He pitched yesterday.
I think he, like, was, but he's also not. He threw, like, 20 pitches. You probably don't want to use him.
Yeah. And he probably told him he had the day off. So very interesting stuff. And so at that point, it's okay, right? That kind of makes the decision better. Do you go Britton for 2?
If we knew that information, I think we're much more okay with Johnny Lasagna. I think if he gives up the bomb, we're still mad that we haven't seen Britton.
Yeah.
But Britton looked lights out, and he threw in the bullpen yesterday, and like we saw, second day Britton is as good as it gets.
Keep him regular. Judge hits the big bomb to win the game. I mean, Gio works a walk, DJ gets a hit. And that low strike gets called on Judge all the time. He finally gets it not called on him, and he's like, all right, I got to make this worth my while. So it's a bomb.
Yeah, and it's baseball Susan a little bit. Gio almost didn't work a walk. The guy walked him easily. I mean, DJ LeMahieu as automatic as, like, he put the Cole Sussler computer in his head, and he was like, well, this guy throws a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. He's not dotting it. I'm just going to find one of those and hit it for a single.
Yeah.
Does that. And then, Judge, he was lucky he wasn't lucky the first pitch wasn't called a strike. That was just off the plate, but we'd seen it called earlier in the night. The low pitch to Judge, we've seen a lot lower pitches called as strikes.
Yes.
That one should have been a strike. And that's,
I think it was a strike.
if this was talking O's right now, we'd be saying how it should have been a 2-2 count and Sulser can bounce the slider in the dirt. Instead, it's 3-1. He throw him the heater. Have you guys seen Major League? And Judge just goes bomb shot. So
like no doubter.
No doubter. Majestic, beautiful. And I mean, from trouble in paradise, we're gonna hop on here and we're speculating Boone's got to use Canely to. We did our work. Let's go home to the first Yankees home game.
And Lasagna, like, obviously we know he's had the stuff. He could be so damn good.
Yeah.
Like that second inning when they figured out what was working and what wasn't working, and they just said, all right, let's go fastball slider, is really good. And the changeups he threw to end that inning, he threw strike 1 changeup, strike 2 changeup, then went fastball and got out of it like easy.
That's where
Weird.
That's the Jake and Jomboy discussion where when it gets brought up the second time through the lineup, which is one of the biggest things in baseball right now, Johnny can do it. It's a matter of harnessing it in.
He's never had them all work right away.
Right.
He always has a feeling out of like, what do I have? What don't I have?
And it's kind of funny. If I was watching it after he gave up the homer, that's actually when he pitched his best. He almost did this Johnny, like,
he brought out the changeup.
The pressure's off. Like, I gave up the homer that lost the game. I'm just going to come out here and pitch. And he actually looked his best after that. So, and again, he's still really young. I mean, we saw Lasagna very early in his career because of some funky 40-man stuff. But he can be a really special dude, and he's going to have an impact role on this team because there's going to be lots of games this year where we need, 2 to 3 impact innings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially if someone like Canely's out. I mean, if let's say Canely is out and it's
he could
10
be that
days
guy
or whatever. I mean,
you want him over Holder. You want him over. I mean, Heller can be good too, but Johnny's way better suited.
I mean,
right now.
without Chappie right now, and let's say Canely is hurt, Loaizaga's the 4th guy out of our pen. It's Britton, Otto, Chad.
Yeah, Holder's stock really drops.
I mean, Loaizaga has so much more arm talent than Holder.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, and again, we're speculating on some stuff there, but Loaizaga has a chance to be this year's Chad Green. Like, that's too popular of a phrase in Yankee land now, but he really does.
Yeah. Let's move it right on to awards.
Awards.
Awards, which are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Grab your peanuts and popcorn because baseball is back and the Yankees are better than ever. That's right. The boys will be getting back out on the diamond this week and then the week after that and the week after that and the week after that. And while we may not be able to join them in the stadium, there's plenty of action to be had from the comfort of your home.
Yep.
Or the office that we've been at for 20 hours straight.
A lot.
There is no better place to get in the action than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app to celebrate baseball coming back. DraftKings Sportsbook is offering free bets. They're giving away free bets.
Free bets.
That's such an obscure reference.
Yeah.
That's Judd Apatow's TV show
Yeah,
Undeclared
it's
with Seth Rogen. It's the most... They're giving away free
canceled.
money.
Yeah.
To celebrate baseball coming back, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering free bets for every home run your team hits. So you just go to DraftKings, you sign up for the sportsbook, you bet on your team. Every home run that team hits, you get $5 worth of free bets. If you would have taken the Yankees tonight, you would have gotten $10 worth of free bets. You take that, you bet on the Yankees tomorrow, you turn that into $1 million easily. Additionally, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering all new users a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Don't worry if baseball isn't your game. DraftKings also offers great odds at other games that are worse and less fun and stupider than baseball. Get on out there and try those as well. It's U.S.-based, it's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jomboy when you sign up for a limited time. All new users can sign up bonus for over $1,000. That's code Jomboy, Jomboy, to get your sign-up bonus up to $1,000 only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. The deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Awards.
Awards. Awards.
Do you have the Bluetooth up? It's not playing. It's so sad.
Are you muted or something, or?
No?
You did mute while you were watching the game.
No. It says we're good.
Says we're
Whatever.
not connected.
It says I'm connected, but we're not.
Connect harder.
Connect.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
That works. You just have it?
Yeah, I have the Yank sounds.
Nice.
I think-
Cool.
Look at that.
Who got to go first last week?
I believe I did. I believe I did.
You gave it to Cole.
Yes.
Okay, so I get to go first.
You get to go first.
All right. Wow. Who will I choose?
All the power. All
Who
the
will I
power.
choose? Who will I choose? Who will I choose? It's the Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. I'm going with Aaron Judge. He saved the day.
Wow.
I'm going with Aaron Judge. He saved the day.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one, Jim.
Thank you.
He kind of did.
Yeah, he also had 2 hits in the first game
Yeah.
and 2 RBIs and scored 3 runs in the first game. And then he hits the 3-run home run. So, I mean, he has 5 RBIs in the 2 games, plus the go-ahead home run in the 9th inning. It was a very easy, fair Pride of the Yankees. I shouldn't have to explain it. Everyone should be like, great pick, Jimmy. Adds up.
That really is a great pick,
Thank you.
Jimmy.
Who are you going with?
Man, I've got a couple interesting options here.
Lou Ellen said, nice pick, Jimmy, and that's really nice of her.
Thank you, Lou Ellen.
Thank you.
We love you so much. She said I was hotter than Tyler Wade, so
Lou Ellen's very nice.
very nice
Yeah.
to us. So thank you for lying through your teeth. I mean, I can't go back to Cole because, I mean, that performance against the Orioles, that's not Pride of the Yankees.
No.
No.
Oh,
Dude, I am stuck between 2 dudes who I think are both deserving. God, now I'm stuck between 3 dudes. I should have stopped looking. Okay, I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it. 3, 2, 1. Giancarlo Stanton.
That's back-to-back prides for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why.
Oh, wow.
That's part of it. He's tuned in.
So I get an assist on this pride.
No. We came into this, and, Stan comes out hot. We have our little break. Stan can be a streaky hitter. He's just been lights out, man.
Bullets.
And, I think we'll be talking about the other guys who had a chance to deserve it, but he is fully locked in. Like, we laughed when they took Dick Blyer out of the game to not face Giancarlo because you literally can't let him do that as a human. Giancarlo's so locked in. Impact bat in the middle of the lineup. Scary Giancarlo. His stats on the season now, if I may, Jim, do you give me permission?
I will allow it.
After today, Giancarlo Stanton is batting .500 on the season.
Is like batting average?
His batting average is .500.
5 games? Well, 2 half games? No, only 1 half game.
His on base is .600. His slugging is 1.000. I think let's see if I can find his OPS quick enough. 1.6. It's second in all of baseball. Giancarlo Stanton has been playing at a crazy level. I'm now even happier I gave him the award.
But every hit is like
it's a laser.
A laser.
It's a laser.
It's a laser.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. No, good pick, Jake.
I'm happy with my pick.
Yeah. Who else were you leaning?
Well, I didn't want to give too much away for awards, but I'll say DJ LeMahieu, he's back on track and like locked in. Had a big hit in the rally tonight.
Yep.
And actually Voit with the grand slam. I mean, he gets snubbed out of one game. The grand slam in this game is pretty big.
It was pretty big, yeah. All right. Next up, we have
You Yankee motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I hate
You Yankee motherfucker.
same word
Yeah,
in both
two-
sound drops.
They're both labeled
Yeah,
motherfucker.
2 MFers on the soundboard. PG-13, folks. Come on.
Yeah. Fuck, I just lost my...
Nope.
I just...
Don't swear.
I had... Whatever you just said about DJ...
Yeah.
Like your 3 sentences there.
Yeah.
I wanted to type them on the computer so that could literally be the name of the award I give him.
Right.
But then we
I
got
see
mixed
what
up with the
you're doing.
soundboard. Now I
Yeah.
forget what you said, so
Okay.
that joke's
Well, it's
ruined.
Yankee MFer anyway, so.
Yeah, I gave it to Gary yesterday.
Yeah.
Or last one, so I'll save that for you. And Gardner only played 1 game.
One game.
So it's tough to find. Like, I'm not doubling down on Gary, so I'm out on that. And I feel like, am I missing someone else?
Don't look at him. Don't tell him, BBD.
Oh, Hap? I don't care about Hap.
The conductor of the goddamn Hap train doesn't care about Hap.
Yeah. I kicked you off the train as a gag.
I will wait for your Yankee MFer.
All right, I'll go J.A. Hap.
It's Jay.
That's the biggest problem. He gives you 2 initials and only goes by 1.
Yeah.
I've always been weirded out by that. Why give me the A?
Yeah.
If you don't want me to say the A, just don't offer it.
He is going to be a Yankee that's not looked upon fondly in hindsight.
I mean, you were all over. There's a bad matchup for him. The Orioles crush lefties. He does terrible against the Orioles. You're hoping the Whippy Hap would show up. You were hoping something, but I mean, just bad.
Jim, you spend a lot of time around me.
Yeah.
This goes back to, I think, Monday or Tuesday night, and I think both of you are witnesses. I wanted to tweet out to push the Hap start because the Orioles were a bad matchup. They announced Hap was going to start. I said, this is a bad matchup. I started giving the information. I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, think J. Happ at the Baltimore Orioles in Camden Yards is the second worst situation he can jump into. You're not writing down Leonardo in the chat told you my quote, and so you can use that for your award. But, guys, and I know this is going to be tough to hear because it's the Orioles. Oh, the Orioles stink. The Orioles do one thing really, really good as a baseball team, and it's hit left-handed pitching. Hanser Alberto turns into a league MVP. Who's the Renato Nunez? I think is that he's got insane numbers against J-Hap. I think he was like 8 for 11 or something. Like Rio Ruiz has good numbers. I know you can't make excuses. You have to go out and pitch against certain teams. This one team that's not very good is really good at hitting left-handed pitching, and it's in one of the hitter-friendly parks in the league, and J-Hap's a fly ball guy. It's just not a good matchup for him.
When does Clark Schmidt take his turn in the rotation? I do think it will happen in this shortened season.
So I think you need to factor in this season and injuries and pushing starts and double headers and stuff. I don't think Clark Schmidt necessarily steals J-Hap's spot. I think Clark Schmidt is going to be a part of this team very soon. And I think, they'll probably ease him in with the bullpen for his first game. I'd assume so. I think I wouldn't be surprised if
he piggybacks Hap's next start.
I wouldn't be surprised if Clark Schmidt's on the team tomorrow morning, depending Canely news, depending what else. His service time stuff is up. Clark Schmidt is coming. It's happening soon. I don't
call Tanaka, Gumby, Schmidt, King.
Again,
I have Paxton and Hap out. I'm not really. I think Paxton can come around, but I do think Hap's not going to last the season.
I sincerely think at the Orioles and Camden Yards is the worst matchup for Hap this year.
I mean, the first home run was to that spot. It was to the shallowest spot where they
exactly there. I mean, and Hanser Alberto, who is a 400 hitter versus lefties and a 198 hitter versus right-handed pitching. It's genuinely a bad matchup. It's why Hanser Alberto is on the Orioles. Because if he had any of those kind of numbers against right-handed pitching, he would have stuck around on the other organizations he was on. I think he was on the Yankees org for a little bit, and he was DFA'd. The Orioles gave him a shot. He mashes lefty enough to be good. Clark Schmidt is great, and he'll be a part of this team with double headers and whatever craziness is ahead of the Yankee schedule. I don't think we should look at it as a Hap for Schmidt thing. I know Yankee fans are going to want to do that, and maybe it does happen. I've said this at the beginning of the year when Clark Schmidt started showing up. They are going to want to see him this year. And come playoff time, there is a very good chance I'm going to want Clark Schmidt instead of J-Hap. There's a very high chance.
I already do.
Yeah, I know. But we're going to build up to that. It's one start by Hap and genuinely a bad matchup. Let's get another one before we write the book. We did like what we saw in spring training. I know it doesn't matter. I know Whippy
is he going to face the Phillies?
I know Whippy became a joke. I'm not sure because did the Yankees know their schedule yet? Because
No.
They were supposed to play the Phillies, and we don't know.
No, we don't know, yeah.
Get ready for another week of craziness. He deserves the MFer. You can only make so many excuses about a bad matchup. I sincerely do think it is, and I expect better. Literally any other matchup they'll see this year besides the Orioles and Camden, I like better for J-Hap.
Okay. Who's your MFer?
My Yankee MFer. Got a couple tough, sneaky options. Ooh.
Don't give it to Brooks.
No, I'm not giving it.
That
Brooks
would be
Kriske
so
doesn't
mean.
Doesn't deserve that.
At all.
At all. In any way. I mean, Avalon. Would have liked to see a little more. No, you can't do that. This is tough.
No, it's not. Just as Hap had to be mine, someone has to be yours.
Okay. It's Gary?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks so bad.
Glaber ended up 0 for this series. Doesn't
He
matter.
got hurt.
Doesn't matter. He got hit by a pitch.
Sent to the hospital.
They were both 0 for 7, I think.
His fiance gave him kisses on the elbow.
Or Gary's 0 for 6. Glaber's 0
Wife?
for 7.
I don't know.
Anyways, Gary looks bad. He's lost. You said it best. When Gary's bad is bad.
Yeah.
When he loses it big time. To the fact that we could kind of see it happening and it was no fun. So say something nice. He had some blocks late in the game that were pretty nice. Yes, Crew was
His defense looks good.
Yes, Crew was covering that good. He's just lost at the plate right now. We were hoping with Givens in that last at bat. He's got some good numbers against Givens. I think there was a 2-1 fastball or a 3-1 fastball that was there normally in Gary's zone that he would crush. He missed it. Hopefully the Red Sox pitching that's coming to town will wake him up. But Gary's lost at the plate right now. There's no defending it.
Yeah. I still think he can get hot at any point. Not clamoring. Like, I do not want him to take Gary out of the lineup at all. Zero bit of me.
No, I mean, you have to work in a... I mean, we keep talking about rest days, but they had 2 back-to-back by
Yeah, they
accident.
haven't played a lot. They got a whole day of rest in between this game.
And I mean, the Red Sox pitching gives the Orioles pitching a run for its money. So, try to spark Gary as much as you can.
Get him hot.
Get him hot.
Oh, all right. Regular old awards.
Rawr.
I get to go first, and I am giving out the Back on Track and Locked In award.
The Back on Track and Locked In award.
Mm-hmm. Any guesses?
Could be anyone.
No, it couldn't. It couldn't have been Gary.
Could be it. I don't know, Jim. Who you got?
DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
He had 4 hits in the first game, opened up with a homer, and then he had, just 1 hit in game 2? Kept the rally going, passed the baton to Judge. Maybe 2 hits, I forget. But DJ LeMahieu, man, looks good. It looks like DJ LeMahieu.
He's fully back. I've been nervous this offseason because of how good he was last year that, hey, baseball's a tough sport. He might not look that good again. He looks that good again.
And he looks the same exact swing, same exact results, same exact approach. It just looks like we picked him up right where we left him off.
Yeah.
At game 6 of the ALCS when he hit the homer.
It's kind of funny and it's kind of perfect DJ LeMahieu that Judge is after him. The Goliath gentleman hits the mammoth home run, the hero, interview him after the game. If you have a hitter who's trying to do too much there in DJ LeMahieu's spot, you could roll into a double play. The game can get away from you. He did not change his approach at all. This guy throws a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. I will find one and barrel it. He did that, kept the chain moving for the big guy, doesn't get an interview after the game. Him and Judge wink at each other. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same plan?
Yep. Let's run it back. So that is my award. It is the Back on Track and Locked In award. What's your first award?
Good award. Properly titled. I am giving out the... I want to go very dumb with it, but I don't. I'm going to do the Get Off My Lawn award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing something for him as well.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Garrett Cole for pinch running.
It's not.
No,
it's not
it's
it.
not Garrett Cole.
He's
It's
faking
Luke
you
Voigt.
out.
It's Luke.
It's
Voigt.
Luke Voigt.
Mike Ford gets the start in game 1. The starting pitcher Woj, he had better splits, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Mike Ford had the pinch hit where he's 1-for-1 on the season. A conversation can start a brewing if Mike Ford had a day yesterday. Whether it's platoon stuff or, is Mike Ford real? Baseball, hitting, squash the bug. Luke Voigt squashed the bug.
Well, he's got that leg kick that I love.
He's got the leg kick. He had that
squashing.
really good 2-strike protecting swing at the end of the game today. Voigt's good, man. He hits the grand slam in the first inning. He's now back-to-back games with a homer that he's played in. Luke Voigt, take out the time when he had, what did he have?
Rusty belly button?
Ulcer, rusty belly button, something like that.
I think it was his belly button.
Hernia.
Okay. Doctor
Jeez.
BBD over there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice jump coat.
Take out the hernia times. And I think, wasn't Tuesday or one of the past couple days the 1-year anniversary of the Voigt trade? I remember I tweeted
Yeah,
out
there's something
something
about that.
And his numbers, in one calendar year, are just really good. I think it's 30-something home runs, a high on base, high OPS. Again, we got him for Chase Shreve at the end of the Mets bullpen right now, and Gallegos, who was a weapon for the Cardinals. I think both sides ended up kind of happy. You'd want to have Voigt technically in the numbers world, but if you're a Cardinals fan, you didn't think Voigt was anything, and you got an impact reliever. So, I don't know. I just think last episode we're having our hesitations about Luke Voit. He's really good. He's our first baseman.
Someone DM'd me on Instagram. It was probably an Instagram that said something along the lines of, do you think the Yankees should go after and pick up a shortstop so that we can move Glaber back to second and DJ at first?
Smart.
And I was like, well.
Get Lindor.
That's what it was, something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, Voit and Ford are both pretty good.
Yeah.
Both getting it done. Voigt's good.
So I've got Voigt's numbers with the Yankees, and it's 3 years, sorry. It was the 2-year anniversary of the trade. So this is 160 games, including the hernia games, which isn't a huge stretch, but does bring these numbers down a little bit. 160 games. He has scored 101 runs, 36 home runs, 96 RBI, a 277 batting average, a 381 on base, and an 896 OPS.
What was he on base?
381.
That's really good. That's a full season of games?
He's been one of the best American League first basemen since we've gotten him.
That's good stuff.
So
Stats by Jake.
Luke Voigt's our first baseman.
All right, my next award and my final award for the show is Have You Guys Forgotten About Me?
Okay.
Award.
I was considering this too.
Okay.
You going Gio?
No, I already gave him the Leatherface last week.
You did give him the Leatherface last week.
Yeah.
Who you got, kid?
Hicks.
Ah.
Hicks hits a homer game one. He takes a walk game one. That's his ideal game right
He
there.
has a whiskey drink.
He got a vodka drink. Yeah, things that remind him of the good times. He got a little bit of times. Donnie boy. And then game two, I believe he had a walk. I believe he had a hit. That means he was on base 4 times in 2 games. 2 times each game. That's math, folks.
It is
And that's kind of his game.
yeah.
And I feel like no one talks about him good or bad or anything right now.
Yeah.
Just kind of like Hicks exists. He's up next.
Is Hicks the last?
Bastion of hope? No, I don't think so.
Is Hicks the last member of that 2016 Yankees kind of slop team that's still lumped in?
That's a
Like
really
not
good
as
cue.
like a big prospect.
Like the pre-Gary.
Yes.
Yeah, before they tanked in 16. Is he the last one left? Gardner. obviously.
Gardner.
Gardy.
Technically Chapman. They traded him. Got Glaber.
Yeah, but he's
You don't
not.
really
He's his
include
own
him.
thing.
Because when you said Hicks, I was like, hey, I can get some stats for the people too. They like stats again.
Stats by Jake.
Hicks, because he played 123 games in 2016 and he wasn't good. He had a 617 OPS.
Yeah, no. He
217 batting average, 281.
I believe he talked with
good.
Chris Young. They were using him off the bench a lot and
Yeah.
stuff, and he didn't like it.
Since then, so 2017 till now, he's got a 250 batting average, a 359 on base, and 823 OPS while playing plus defense. So I just think it's funny. I think he still has a little bit of stigma from that 2016 slop Yankee team because he was a part of it.
Yeah, I think he's got 3 games in a row with a walk and a hit now, something like that.
Yeah.
3 games started. In his last 3 games started, he's gotten a walk and a hit.
Walking a hit. It's a nice day at the office,
Something
man.
like that. I don't know the official stats. I'm not Jake.
Okay.
I think I'm going to fall asleep. Who's your next award?
Oh, I'm Jake.
Yep, correct.
I'm going to give out the Leather Hand Award.
Oh, no. Is it because he's good with the leather and you love his hand and you want to kiss his hands?
I want to kiss his hands.
Gio?
Gio.
He's great, dude. I think we're gonna give him. We're gonna want to give him an award every series because he just makes the plays.
I was looking down the list, and
Look.
after awards, we normally do a little who did we miss. Really, the only guy that I feel like we missed is Gio.
I was gonna give Ottavino something like good, but doesn't feel good yet.
Ooh, okay. Relievers is such like a mid-season awards.
It's like
You gotta,
this guy hasn't been talked
Like
about.
I can't give another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chad will get one when he barely deserves it.
James.
kind of like when Leo won Best Actor for The Revenant. It's like,
At the end of this game,
yeah,
there were 2 really nice chopper plays by Gio Urshela
and they're overlooked.
that you don't process as tough plays because he makes them look so easy. Not to throw him under the bus late, Andujar doesn't make either of them. And think about how different that game is. And think about in 2017, I think it was, or maybe it was 2018, what was the year that we didn't use the pen against the Marlins and everyone got mad? There's just like frustrating losses that year. It was Boone's first year, so 2018.
2018.
That year, there was a couple games that just kind of slipped through the cracks. Like, we didn't use our good bullpen, or, there's a couple sloppy plays. That could have been today. If Gio Urshela doesn't make those plays, like, it could turn into a 7 on the board for the Orioles, or an 8. And then you're sitting there saying, we really did piss this game away. Not even close.
Pissing the night away. Pissing the night away. Brought it back. Now, you could have given Gio the Walk Before You Run award.
What was he doing on the bases?
No, he walked in both games, and both times after he walked, it led to a run. So a Walk Before You Run award. You could have done.
Yeah, I almost gave out a hair awards of sorts.
To Wade?
Yeah, just because
You guys both have hair?
we both have similar hair people are talking about.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. Andujar gets the start. He gets subbed out. He did get a hit, though. That's cool. Wade,
That swinging bunt.
Wade almost got a nice hit, but the guy in right made a really nice
Yeah.
play on him. That would have been fun to see him miss that ball and Wade go off to the races.
Same.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it.
We got the weekend show. Tune in for the pregame show tomorrow on Friday, but it'll be on Instagram Live, not on YouTube or Periscope or the podcast app. Maybe it'll be on YouTube, but not live. We'll post it after that because I'm taking the weekend pseudo off. I'll work the games on Friday night and Saturday, and then I'm driving back here for Sunday, but I'm going to be at the beach. It's very weird, but I'm going to try and do it. So
Yeah.
I think I'll be in the car doing the pregame show.
Get some Jersey Shore going.
Yeah. Well, since it's not a Sunday day game, I can go spend Saturday night and half of Sunday and then drive back. That's
Pretty
the
nice.
plan. There's like 2 of them this season I can do it. So tune in for that. And we'll be back with the series recap on Sunday night for the patrons, Monday morning for everyone else. Sharp Stats on Tuesday and voicemails on Wednesday. Whatever the schedule is, you'll figure it out eventually. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.